Expelliarmus! Oh, sorry about that. I thought you were an evil wizard. So this is a special Halloween edition of our housing talk. I'm Lou Gordon with Century 21 Revolution in Cambridge, and today we're going to be talking about a very spooky topic, fair housing. So I was recently watching a spooky show with my wife called Them Covenant, which is about a black family moving from North Carolina to the Los Angeles area in the early 1950s. And there's a bunch of supernatural stuff that happens, but one of the underlying themes of the show is discriminatory housing practices that were going on in the 1950s. So one of them, restrictive covenants, which were actually outlawed by a Supreme Court decision in 1948, Shelley v. Kramer. And the other one is redlining, you see a lot, which was outlawed by the Fair Housing Act in 1968. So what I want to talk about today is there's a bunch of fair housing stuff that some of it seems really obvious and people abide by it pretty well, but there's other stuff that we get asked all the time that doesn't necessarily seem like it would be a fair housing issue, but they're questions that we as real estate professionals are not able to answer. So I'm going to go through the list of those. So number one, people ask us all the time, is this a safe neighborhood? So we cannot answer that question. If you did want to know about the safety of a neighborhood, what we always advise clients is you can call local police departments and they'll give you information about crime statistics, incidents of violent and nonviolent crimes in the area, and then you can make a judgment yourself about whether or not you think the area is safe, but that is just not a question that we are able to answer. Number two, this one might surprise you, but how are the schools? Again, not a question that we're able to answer. We can point people in the direction of, there's websites like greatschools.com where they do school ratings to say whether or not a school district is better or worse than neighboring ones. But we can't answer that question because it gets you into this area of steering, which is one of the things that the Fair Housing Law Act outlawed. So we just can't touch that one. Number three, this is one that we see a lot of. It's the love letter to the seller. And actually, this is becoming more common practice that you're starting to see more listing agents putting this on the listing. Please, no love letter to the seller, just submit your offer, because you get into this situation where maybe they write this letter, hey, we're a family, mom, dad, 2 kids. Maybe they even include a picture of themselves with the letter. And then if the seller makes a decision based on that letter whether to accept that offer or not, it just gets you into this really dicey territory of discrimination that it's better to avoid. The fourth one, and again, get asked this all the time, what can you tell us about the neighbors? Who are the neighbors? This is another one that we really are not supposed to be answering that, oh, there's an elderly couple that lives over here and there's a family that lives over here. We really, again, because you start to get into issues of steering and blockbusting and all things outlawed by the Fair Housing Act. So as a buyer, you can absolutely go and knock on the neighbor's door and say, hey, I just want to introduce myself. I'm thinking about buying this house. What can you tell me about the neighborhood? But for us as real estate professionals, it's just not something that we can touch. If you have questions about any of these or fair housing in general, or you just want to have a consultation about buying or selling, please feel free to reach out. We'd love to speak with you, and we hope that you have a very happy spooky season. See you next time.